Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com.
This is Hafi at Texas Ticket. I want to talk about one of our sponsors, Lake Conroe Home and Outdoor Living Show that's coming to Lake Conroe at Margaritaville, August 27th and 28th.
What a great weekend that's going to be at a place that I'm just dying to visit. Margaritaville is a gorgeous property, an IAC resort, got so much available for the entire property, for the entire family, lots to see, lots of eye candy out there. You can also get your tickets for the August 27th, 28th show at the Margaritaville Resort, qualityhomeshows.com. You can go there and buy your tickets, or you can get them at the link below. Thank you to our sponsor, Lake Conroe Home and Outdoor Living Show.
Welcome to the Texas Ticket. This is Armando Nino and Hafi Ferreira.
Yeah, buddy.
Here on the Texas Ticket for you. We're going to be shooting today from the Ferm Meadery in downtown Conroe on Simonton. Glad everybody made it out today. We have a great show in store. Expect Jen Harris, JenHarrisMusic.com.
Phenomenal singer.
And songwriter, and she'll be here playing a song, and we'll have all our links down below. You can follow her there. We'll also have Corey Walter from Quality Mattresses of Texas.
On 105?
Yeah, they're on 105 West in Sunshine Plaza on the left-hand side, right by the dam before you get to McCaleb, if you're coming from Conroe, on the left-hand side there.
The firm, the owner.
The firm itself. He's going to try us with everything. We're all new to Mead. We don't know what we're doing. We're just going to drink it all. We're going to try it all, and we're going to share what the average Joe, I guess.
Dude, especially just the name itself. I mean, yeah, we've got a lot to deal with in the show, right?
Big show, lot in store. See you here in just a little bit. We'll be right back with the Texas Ticket.
Texas Ticket is brought to you by the Lake Conroe Home and Outdoor Living Show. My name is Bryson, and I'm with Built Green Custom Homes, and we're going to be at this show on Margaritaville on Lake Conroe, August 27th through August 28th. I'm super excited about being at this show. I haven't been to Margaritaville before. I'm anxious to check it out. Stop by our booth. It's booth 101. We love to talk to you guys about building your custom homes in the Conroe area. We'd love to help you out with that process and get to check out Margaritaville and the rest of the vendors at the show. Before the show, feel free to check us out at builtgreencustomhomes.com and reach out to us if you're ready to get started on that new custom home.
Hi, this is Armando. Welcome back to the Texas Ticket Show. I'm here with Hafi Ferreira, my co-host.
Yeah, buddy.
And Jen Harris with JenHarrisMusic.com. That's Jen with two N's, right?
Jen with two N's, JenHarrisMusic.com.
And you came to us with a whole lot of expectation. I mean, Hafi's been telling
Dude,
us.
I'm telling you, this lady is phenomenal. And I told you up quite a bit. So when I told Armando, this is almost like a female version of him. Just talk the most random information.
We're
there you go, buddy.
Suck the air out of this room.
Well, I know you draw a crowd. I might get them from my ridiculous antics and crazy shows and whatnot, but you bring folks in because of your talent. You know, something that, from what I understand, has been part of your family from day one.
Day one. My father played 8 instruments and never had a lesson. I'm from a large family of 7, 5 kids, and I was the middle of 5, and we all played something, and mine was a guitar, and I picked it up, and I couldn't play this way, so I had to learn this way.
Because you're left-handed, right?
Right, I'm left-handed, so I had to learn the opposite direction, what it felt normal to me at the time, but now I can't imagine playing
absolutely
the other way. This is the right one, because my left hand does everything.
And you mentioned something about the guy that invented the guitar was...
It was actually left-handed, sure was.
Dude, that's random information, man.
Isn't
Was that
interesting?
Gibson? Was his name Gibson?
No, it wasn't Gibson.
Fender, Jim Fender.
No, he didn't.
No,
Invent
that's not a
guitar.
thing.
Just so you know, he knows a lot of information, but he makes it up as he
I
goes.
do not have the name. Gosh, should have this.
That guy, okay.
Back in the registry.
So
Your folks in Geneva, make sure they go look it up, right?
Yeah, we have a think tank in Geneva, people that work with us there, and then our lab in Helsinki that we put things through when the time is right, you know, and then we got a group of interns that help us with all the data gathering, and sometimes when we we want to experiment with things. But one thing maybe we might be experimenting with Mead. That's happening today. We're live at the Ferm in downtown Conroe.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
And that's
Cheers.
Ferm and
Water, agua. These two, we don't know.
Yeah.
Good
so
stuff here.
Lots of different types of flavors and stuff here. We're going to get into that in a minute, but I really wanted to, elaborate on some of the musical credentials that you have, getting to this point in your career, and you've accomplished a lot of things. I tried to write it all down, and how about a quick highlight reel? Tell us a little bit about where Jen Harris music comes from, and it's how it got to here.
Well, it was created when I started doing commercials on television many years ago in the 80s for Chevrolet. Now, Kix Brooks is from my hometown of Shreveport, Louisiana.
Kix Brooks.
And Kix Brooks of Brooks and Dunn.
Oh, okay.
And they were singing a song called Rock My World, Little Country Girl. So I was doing commercials on television for Chevrolet.
Yeah.
Hey, Arklatex, your area Chevy Geo dealer is going to rock your world with rock bottom closeout pricing, Chevy trucks, Chevy Luminas, and more. Great factory incentives and the biggest dealer discounts of the year. Get them all at your area Chevy Geo dealer. Now that's genuine Chevrolet.
Wow.
Damn, I was about to joke and say, oh, Mr. Clean. I do that one every week now and then.
Teleprompts, I'm just saying. But anyway, so that's how it started. Kix wanted me to do Rock My World, Little Country Girl. So I called Steve O'Brien and Bill Abowney, the original writers for Rock My World, Little Country Girl. And I said, do we have permission to change this? Well, at the time, James Burton, Elvis's lead guitar player, was from Shreveport, had James Burton's Rock and Roll Cafe down on the river. And they asked James to be the band behind me. I sang, I got a T-top Camaro, it's a Z28. I drive a Chevy, yeah, ain't life great. Looking so good, it ought to be a crime. Chevy Camaro's always first off the line. Look at me now in my denim and pearls. Rock my world, I'm a Chevy girl. So we changed it.
Damn, dude.
Okay.
Instead
What
of
did I
Rock
tell you,
My
Nick?
World, Little Country
That's a Chevy
Girl,
commercial.
we did Rock My World. It turned into the commercial.
I think somewhere in the part where I was playing Dungeons and Dragons and board games with my friends, and we were singing that in the background, Rock my world,
Little country girl. But anyway, it turned into an amazing opportunity for me, and I met Bill Abowney, met Steve O'Brien. They said, well, come to Nashville. We wanted to, and they said, well, in the commercial now, I know you're fronting the commercial and doing the on-camera spokesperson, but who is singing that? And I said, well, me. And he went, you are? He goes, oh my gosh, we got to start. So they just started writing. Next thing I know, in 1997, I moved to Nashville. It was 97 when I moved to Nashville. And it was crazy times, like amazing things were happening. And got a great opportunity with so many great songwriters. Anthony Smith wrote Tomorrow, I'm Gonna Leave Here for Chris Young. And he wrote for Lone Star, What About Now, How About Tonight? Many. Gary Burr, who is one of the greatest songwriters out of Nashville, in my opinion. Met so many people, and these people just took me in, loved me, cared about me, and first as friends, and then they were like, let's write together. And it was just this, what you know in Nashville is a little bit like Texas. You got to do your time.
Yeah.
And everybody's just working together. It was just a fabulous opportunity. And anyway, all these years later, ended up 200 songs. I've written over 200 country songs.
That's outstanding.
Got a record on iTunes, Spotify.
We've seen a lot of really amazing patriotic stuff, and I saw that. Love your patriotism, and I know we've been elbowing. Neil McCoy does a daily Pledge of Allegiance, right? Have you seen him do this? It's a daily pledge that he does, and we've been begging him to come out. Hey, come say it on our show. You know what I mean? Let us help you out. So we extended that invitation today. But I mean, as far as Nashville, singer-songwriters, they're we're in Texas. They're not as commonplace, because when we're not in Nashville.
I got to Texas as quick as I could get here because listen, my daddy was in the oil business, Pennzoil, out of Louisiana to Texas, back to Louisiana, then to Nashville. So that's how I got there. So I was here. I actually went to high school here.
Where did you go to high school?
At Cy-Fair High School.
Oh, damn.
Yes. So many years ago. Yes. And then
What's a Cy-Fair mascot?
Bobcat.
It's the Bobcat, right? Yeah, I had some friends over
It's
at
funny how
South
you,
Fair.
I don't think about it, and you're looking there, and this is
What
like,
are you trying to
I see
bring
the
it back?
Bobcats.
Well, I was going
Bring
to
it
refer
back,
to
Armando.
my ex-girlfriend that was in South Fair back in the day, and I was doing some math as fast as I could. But I'm just going to let that one go. You know, so I was going somewhere else. I want to stop.
That's okay.
I had to pump the brakes when I kind of semi-thought it through, and just a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I know they're last folks in our area got to see you, from what I understand, was Whitley Vineyards. Is that correct?
No, well, Whitley Vineyards, but I've been playing in Montgomery. I play out at Dobbin at the feed store. I play at Wister's now in Wood Forest, and now I'm going to be at
Breakwater.
Breakwater Grill
Breakwater,
on August
fantastic.
19th. August 19th, 7 to 10. Y'all come out. It's going to be fun.
Fantastic. Yeah, and there's been a lot of good events out there, and we really take pride in helping the musicians get where they want to go, do the things they want to do as best we can with the resources we have. And sometimes we're blessed to have you. You know, I mean,
I'm so blessed to be here. The thing is that I love writing, and I've got to get connected with the other writers in the Texas circuit is what I want to do. Because my heart is, my website will say what I've always said is keep putting your heart on a page. And that means you, and that means you. Whatever's going on, write it down. Put it down on a piece of paper. You know, that's how I began to write a song. I can tell you, one of my dearest friends said, one day she was telling me a story. She was having a breakup, and she says, Jen, I just don't want to be that big about it. Yeah. I said, God, dog it, who says big about it? Do you say that? I don't say that. Okay, I don't want to be that big about it. Okay, so listen. So I go, get her another beer, hang on. I went in the restroom and I'm like going, I don't want to be that big about it. I don't want to be that strong. I don't want to get along without you. I don't want to be the one who tries to pretend that we're nothing but friends with this smile on my face till the masquerade
Telling
ends.
a story, man,
I
that's
act like
awesome.
I'm fine when I'm barely hanging on. No, I don't want to be that strong. And I went, it's like I gave birth to a child. I mean, it was like something just happened, you know? Drama. It was amazing. And I was fine. But I told her story.
what did Peyton Haley call it? She said that country music was the storyteller's genre. It's what she told us. And she's a writer as well.
And that's what's awesome about her as well. It feels like with the amount of stuff that she's gone through and what she's done, it's almost like they paved the way for all these other individuals that we've spoken to.
Right.
And it's awesome to speak to somebody that long ago has been doing this, not aging you, I apologize.
No, but I am. It's okay. It's
but
all right.
you've done your due diligence and you basically done your time
Yes.
to get to the point where you are now. And these folks
I like
basically
to
see
think
it.
so.
Hell
I like
yeah.
to
So
think so.
let's tell them where they can find you real quick, and then like if somebody wants to go give you some spins, and do whatever they got to do to listen to some of the music, where you would like them direct them to.
Okay, JenHarrisMusic.com, JENN. It'll direct you on my website. Will direct you to Spotify, but I am on Spotify. The name of my record is I'm Not Dreaming Anymore, which that song was the saddest song I've ever written in my life. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. Whole nother story. Anyway, but yeah, and I'm on iTunes, Amazon Music. You just find me, Jen Harris. I'm Not Dreaming Anymore is the name of my record.
Cool.
That's awesome.
And why don't you grab your guitar and throw down a little something for us if you'd like.
Roger.
You can just play with it. We ain't got nothing else to do.
Right now.
Do you mind if I touch it?
No, go ahead, hand it to me.
How dare you?
You can. I gotta scooch back now. I gotta make room.
Yeah, get comfortable with it.
Gotta make room. Now I'm gonna need my other circumstance over there. Hoppy, if you would mind. I need my capo.
So you're playing right here?
He wants me to
You
do
said
one right here.
at the table and one on the stage. Great, perfect.
The capo.
Capo, what's that?
That's that other thing sitting there.
Oh. Clearly I don't play any
Is
instruments.
it all, are we good?
Are we good?
I don't want to poke you, Armando. So anyway, I'm back of the Woodlands at a little Irish pub. Wished I'd have been at the Ferm Meadery where we are today. But this young boy was standing at the bar and he was watching these young girls there and they were checking out and he tells his buddy, and me being the mother of all boys, he goes, hey, we got to get let's pay our tab and get out of here. And he goes, well, I ain't never left here after only one beer, man. And I went, oh, shoot. I had another car experience, went to my car. I ain't never left here after only one beer.
That's the song. That's right, Chad.
Must be something different about tonight. Maybe it's the neon lights, maybe it's your green eye. I literally have the original recording on my phone. On my phone of me going to my car.
No way.
And the words just, that's a really strange thing with me. I don't have to make it, create it. It just comes to me. It's very odd. So anyway, this is what happened.
I hope her sounds right.
Well, I ain't never left here after only one beer. There must be something different about tonight. Well, maybe it's the neon lights, maybe it's your green eyes, maybe it's the thought of holding you tight. Got me crazy, wondering what could happen next. Got me thinking about a thundering night with your heart next to mine. Got me walking out of here after only one beer. Ain't never had the best of luck. Looks like life is looking up, baby, from that first hello smile. Well, maybe you're my second chance. Maybe it's that first glance is leaving me no shadow of a doubt. 'Cause you got me crazy, wondering what could happen next. Got me thinking about a thundering night with your heart next to mine. Got me walking out of here after only one beer. And I don't want to miss this like all the times before. I don't need another round to show me what I've been praying for. Got me crazy, wondering what could happen next. You got me thinking about a thundering night with your heart next to mine. Got me walking out of here after only one beer. No, I ain't never left here after only one beer. There you go. That's how it turns out. That's how you write a song.
Well, that's fantastic.
So tell me a line. You might have to tell me something.
I can put something together for you, that's for sure. We've got a whole lot of that comes through our door.
One of the coolest
thought
things.
to it.
Well, one of the coolest things I've gotten to do, speaking of our military, you know, at times in our life we don't always make the right choices.
Yeah.
And I have gotten to visit our military prison in Leavenworth. I've been in prisons over 100 weekends of my life, and probably 2 or 3 prisons each weekend. I'm in Bexar County and San Antonio quite often in the jail there. I'm down in Huntsville a lot, often over in Beaumont, and the Kyle unit up near Waco. I get to go sing for people that just made a bad choice on a given day, and that is the blessing of my life. I mean, I love to sing anytime. I'll play anywhere. I love it. But the blessing of my life is I get an opportunity to go sing for people who can't come out and be at the Ferm Meadery today. You know, they can't be here. So I kind of go to them, and everybody says, why do you do that? I said, because you know what? That concrete floor that I stand on and I get to play music, and I might have an hour, but it just means so much. You know, you talk about having a captive audience, and everybody jokes about that, but the truth is, they really do love
It's a
the
captive
music.
audience.
That's right. See, people do, but they love having the music. And I do, you know, old Dock of the Bay,
I can't
Otis
imagine that.
Redding.
We love having the music, you know.
Well, we enjoy the
Sure.
place, but you can imagine them, like you said.
But the idea there is rehabilitation. So I mean, the idea is we make the era of the way and we rehabilitate. That's the purpose of the jail, you know, and not just containment and incarceration is meant to rehabilitate. That's the founding
and speak
reason.
of rehabilitation, I'm starting more now than ever, even in the area. I would like to be more, but even recently, as of last week, sang in an addiction center right here in this area.
Oh, no.
And really had a great reception. It was just unbelievable. My show was going to be from 1:30 to 3:30. It ended up lasting till 5. It was just incredible. So you just never know. Music, in my opinion, brings down all the walls
It does.
that people put up in life.
It's that universal language.
It
And guys,
is.
we'll look for you on August 19th.
Yes, August 19th.
August 19th, you'll be at the Walden event there, and
At Breakwater Grill.
there'll be several bands for that. We'll get a little bit more into that, but right now, Jen, thank you for coming out.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
We much appreciate it.
It's just a
please stick
blessing to be
around.
here, and I'm excited to get into the Texas circuit. And I'm a Texan. I'm official. I sold my place in Nashville in 2018.
You can punch your ticket right out here doing that,
I'm a
appearing here on the
Texan.
Texas Ticket
I'm
Show.
a Texan. Hey, if I
With
went to high
our
school here,
Texan.
that makes me a Texan, right?
It sure does.
There you go. See?
Hyperlocal.
Hyper local.
There you go.
Punch it. Thank you for watching. We'll be right back with a bit more, and maybe even some more from Jen Harris. We'll be back.
Just.
Hi, this is Carrie from Rinker's Boat World at Lakeshore. Come visit us at the Lake Conroe Home and Outdoor Living Show August 27th and 28th. We'll have a booth inside as well as some boats outside on the water. If you can't make it at the show, you can always come and visit us online at rinkerslakeshore.com. Can't wait to see you.
Welcome back to the Texas Ticket. It's Armando and Hoppy.
Yeah, buddy.
And we've got Mr. Mike Rape from the Ferm Meadery in Conroe, Texas. On
How you doing?
Simonton.
It's 225 Simonton Street in historic downtown Conroe, and it's a pleasure to be here with both of you, or at least one of you.
He's looking at you.
Anyway, we were glad to get the invitation to come, and you know, and again, the hospitality is always what I've seen, always the best, and giving and welcoming, and the whole place is just warm in itself. It has such a
cool spot,
such a
man.
cool nature about it. I mean,
Brick, we got face brick and everything.
Well, so we love downtown Conroe. Both my wife and I, we grew up in Conroe, went to Conroe High School, graduated from Conroe High School. So we've seen the city, or downtown city, go from something to absolutely nothing to having it revitalized and come back again, and we're happy to be a part of that.
What do you call it? Hyperlocal.
Yeah,
Because
totally
that's something
hyper-local.
on that
Yeah,
one,
yeah. But my wife has zero negotiating skills because we wanted to be in downtown Conroe, and we're walking into this building because we wanted the historic downtown Conroe feel, which is what you get. It's a 1950s building. So you got your 1950s brick on this side, 1960s brick on that side.
Oh, that's
And
crazy.
yeah, it is, because the way they built these buildings was just modular. They just kept on going down, you know, from the 1911 building down at the corner. So we walk in, and it was an old lawyer's office. And my wife takes a look left and right, sees the open brick, and she goes, "We'll take it." And I'm like, whoa, that's not how this works. There's some negotiating that's got to be done here. But when the wife is dead set on something, she gets what she wants.
She's made a good choice.
Happy wife, happy life.
What a cool spot.
Right there. Yeah.
And it's Ferm, F-E-R-M.
It is.
And you know, we've seen you guys do a lot of support. One of the reasons we refer to you as hyperlocal, which is a term we like to throw around about people that are just, we can't stop the ties to this community. I mean, from
Right.
high school, right?
Yeah.
And from Montgomery County Fair and Rodeo support that you put in every year, from the other events supporting some downtown Conroe on a regular. And I know the benefactor of the city's growth, right? I mean, the more it grows, the more it benefit it comes to this place.
Well, a rising tide floats all boats.
Yeah, and I what was it that term "ride the tide" was never a good one. I mean, it was always like the way you would, you know, initiate a heist, and then the guy that runs the bank steals another 100,000 off the top and calls it. That's called riding the tide. Yeah. So no, we were robbed. There was 800,000. I swear. The bank robbers say their house gets searched. There's 700 grand there. It's like we found most of the money.
Well, I've never ridden that tide, but I've let it roll. I've done that. I mean, so yeah.
Well, much appreciated. We tried to tie up with you during that time of the year, and man, you were all over the place doing so many things, involved in so many places, supporting a local event that really does so much for people around here.
Life does get in the way of the fun stuff. Yeah.
Agriculture, ag life, and all the different groups that are down there that work with the Montgomery County Fair and Rodeo. It's endless. I could spend an entire show just getting the benefactors.
That was our first show together, man.
Yeah.
And we did. Our very first show was covering the Montgomery County Fair and Rodeo, and we tried to capture you then, but you were knee deep, and we
were.
had a good
We
time
were.
with it.
Yeah.
But Mead itself, what got you into that as what you did in this amazing space?
Okay, so well, Mead. There's a lot of people that have no idea what Mead with a D. There's no T at the end of Mead.
Dude, I'm still upset. So I was like, man, are we gonna eat?
He's like, we're gonna go get some prime, Angus steak here. But yeah.
But no, I had to look it up, and it's like, man, what is this stuff? It's phenomenal. I was like, they're gonna serve beer? No, it's not beer.
So what is mead? First of all, mead can be carbonated. It can be still at 12%, but it is known as the oldest fermented beverage known to man. So archaeological digs in northern China have dated spices and fermented honey in a clay pot dating back to 3000 BC.
Oh, damn.
Well, what got you into it as a person? I mean, what brought you to Mead?
Drink too much, so you have to you have to make it because you can't afford to buy. No, okay, that's totally not it.
I don't know, but getting to Mead, it seems like there's a step there. There's a job.
There is. My wife and I have been hobby winemakers and then moved to mead making for years. Now, why did we do that? Because everyone has hobbies, right? You've got hobbies. I've got my own hobbies, and I realized that my wife didn't like to hunt or fish. I didn't like to read. I probably can't read because that's all she does is reads. And so about 10 years ago, we decided that we both love wine. Let's just start making it at home. And that was a hobby that we created together. So it was something that
you were good at it there.
No, we sucked. In the beginning it was absolutely horrid because we're like, who even drinks this stuff?
What was the first one you made? Like, just to go back and what was the first wine you made?
Okay, so
palatable.
The first wine I made was probably about 15 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
We picked a bunch of dewberries or blackberries in the backyard and came home and was like, hey, we've got pounds and pounds and pounds of blackberries. I'm going to make a blackberry country wine. So I looked up a recipe online, just like the way all these idiots do when they go, I want to make wine, right? Yeah. And went through all the steps that it said on YouTube, put it in the closet, forgot about it, like it said, came back about 6 months later, and it was horrible. It'd be drain cleaner would have been better than this stuff that I made. Yeah. So that's really how it started. It was demoralizing. It was.
It's actually awesome. So why mead though? Because you went from wine, so why this one specifically?
So my wife and I are wine drinkers. So we still love our wine to this day. I'm a big, bold cab drinker. She's a cab drinker, Chardonnay, Pinot Gris, but we're both dry, right? Yeah. Well, I was on a business trip in Savannah, Georgia. This was probably about 10 years ago. And took my wife along with me, like I do on most trips that I can do. And we went to a place called the Savannah Bee Company. Now, the Savannah Bee Company in Georgia is where they have all different varietals of exotic honeys, more honeys that you ever knew that was out there, right? There's more than just clover and wildflower that you find at Costco and Walmart. Trust me, there's a whole nother honey world out there.
You're schooling to another level, and then you open your horizon, and there you are.
So we're home winemakers, right? We go into this place, and she after the honey tour, she goes, "Would you like a mead tour?" And I was like you, I was like, what the hell is mead? And she said, it's fermented honey. Well, my mind went, wait, I know all about fermentation because we've been making wine. Yes, if it has alcohol, we'll do it.
And honey tastes good.
So we did that and we never looked back.
So guys, let's do this. Let's try some of the stuff you want us to give our opinions on. Granted, I might like stuff Hoffy doesn't that he loves, and there's enough flavors here to identify something with yourself.
Something like tea, I saw.
Exactly.
So I'm going to give you the real, the uncut. We'll be right back with some of that on what we truly like and what we don't. I mean, and I assume we're going to like some stuff, so I'm giving you that.
I hope so, because the door's right there.
We left it in horrible in his closet, so we'll see where this goes. We'll be right back on the Texas.
Cheers.
This is Hoffy at Texas Ticket. Want to talk about one of our sponsors, Lake Conroe Home and Outdoor Living Show that's coming to Lake Conroe at Margaritaville, August 27th and 28th.
What a great weekend that's going to be at a place that I'm just dying to visit. Margaritaville is a gorgeous property, an IAC resort, got so much available for the entire property, for the entire family, lots to see, lots of eye candy out there. You can also get your tickets for the August 27th, 28th show at the Margaritaville Resort, qualityhomeshows.com. You can go there and buy your tickets, or you can get them at the link below. Thank you to our sponsor, Lake Conroe Home and Outdoor Living Show.
Hi, this is Armando. Welcome back to the Texas Ticket, and with my co-host, Hoffy Fidel.
Yeah, buddy.
Mr. Ray from the Ferm Meadery, Ferm Meadery, downtown Conroe and Simonton. And I also have added to our guest today, Mr. Corey Walter from Quality Sleep Shop of Texas.
That's right.
Okay. And I called on Corey. I was like, Corey, we're gonna go try something new, and that's kind of what we really like to do. I mean, if it's new to me, and we've been out here so long as a hyper-local, along with most of these fellas, other than yourself, it's always good to try something that's new to our community, new to our town, and that's what we're trying to do today. So, and I think it's cold turkey for you too, Hoffy, right?
Dude, this 100%.
100%,
Again,
yeah.
I walked in here, I thought it was meat the whole time.
This guy's thinking barbecue smells, grill in the back.
I said it multiple times, and I feel like he felt the same way, didn't you?
Did you think we were gonna have meat here today?
I actually did, and I'm down for a good meal, and and I was very happy to know that. Hey, it's not meat after all. There's a bite to it.
Trust me, you're not alone. You're not the first, nor will you be the last who comes in here expecting to have a little bit of meat on the plate.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here and join you guys, and I appreciate you calling me in.
I'm glad you're here. Yeah,
I'm glad I'm here.
And so, and with much respect to all guys, for you to give to us, because we're all blind tasting. We have no idea. There's not a meat expert. I mean, if you're in wine and you drink and you are an expert, there's different levels of being a sommelier, right? So we get that. And if I make beer, I'm a brewer. So I don't even understand the dialogue necessarily to even relate to what it is that you do here.
I don't either. We just jumped right in. So
really? I mean, really?
No, I mean, kind of we did.
But you've got 19 years in this, 17 years in this now.
No, it's probably, as far as, if you go back to our home wine, home mead making days, we're probably 10 years in. And jumping into the commercial scene when we got 3 people here who have no freaking clue what meat is, and hoping that they like it, that's the scariest feeling on earth.
Dude,
right there.
it's phenomenal because honestly, coming in here and completely different expectation.
Right.
This is bloody awesome. I'm telling you
I
now.
appreciate it.
I was like, is it a beer, a wine? And it was like,
Well, first of all, let me clarify, all right? You had asked me earlier, what's my title? And I told you janitor. We laughed, he's like, ha. But no, that is the honest to God.
I didn't know what to put under his name. I don't know what's down there right now.
I clean shit and can I say that? I clean stuff and I make stuff, right? My wife, whenever I'm here, I'm just a janitor. Whenever my wife's here, she's the owner. So she is, I mean, that's true in a lot of situations, except for yours, you're single. We won't go into the whole, that's a whole other story right there. But
I can relate.
Yeah, she's research and development. She does all of the formulas, and of course I have my hand in it, but she hands it over to me and I make it. So I clean, I make mead, I clean, I make mead, I clean, I make mead. That's all I do.
Well, I'm going to tell you do a fantastic job. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, it's clean. I mean, the place looks gorgeous. The bathrooms are completely sanitary. Everything looks fantastic.
Great. Don't go to the bathroom in the back.
No, but hey, let's get into it. Let's try our first. Tell us what we're going to do with this. It says 9 here.
All right, so number 9, and again, mead is fermented honey. Although we are a winery licensed by the federal and the state government as a winery, we don't ferment grapes. We can, but we choose to ferment honey.
So do you use local honey?
We do. Wendy Reed, Be
Good for me.
Yeah, so the amount of honey we go through here is astronomical. So for each little batch that we do, we do a 200 to 250 gallon batch per fermentation session. That is between 55 and 60 gallons of honey is what it takes to ferment.
I would have never known it. I'm surprised there's not bees flying around here.
Oh, there are. They're actually in the back. They're in the back. Yeah, I'll wash out my honey buckets, put them in the back to dry outside, and bees will come. I'll let them collect the stuff that we stole from them.
It's actually probably going to be the bee movie number 2.
Oh, I'm going to get sued by the bees.
Technically, there's a medicinal value to these drinks.
There is, and there could also be, if you got your allergies and stuff. Now, I'm not a doctor, but if it helps me sell mead, it will cure your allergies. But, I'm sure there's no proven science behind that. But, people talk about local honey, right?
Honey, that's why I brought it up.
We use local honey to ferment with.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't drinking a glass of my mead cure your local allergies?
It's local pollens from
That is
area.
not a statement of medical professionalism. So I need to make that,
Although I am a doctor, I'm not a licensed physician, but I will co-sign his allergy relief here. So
I did sleep outside of
drink
a
more
Holiday Inn
mead.
last night.
There you go. That
In my
counts.
car.
So number 9, what are we doing?
We are
Do we
going
shoot
down a
this?
rabbit
Do I
hole.
shoot
No,
this?
you don't shoot this. All right, number 9. Let me explain what it is first. So this is called our Highway 30. Right?
Okay.
I need to put my.
This was popular, right? This is
Honey,
the
yeah, it
popular
is.
one.
Honey, water, yeast. This is our Highway series. It's called a traditional mead. When you drink this, think about where everything else that you're about to drink, where it started. Highway 30 is the base for everything. It's where everything starts.
Gotcha.
It is a semi-sweet traditional mead. When I say traditional, I mean it's got nothing but honey, water, yeast. That's it.
Is this what the professional mead drinkers prefer? Is it like a Merlot in a wine or a
mead.
Courvoisier?
It's all about a palate, and everyone's palate is different.
Okay, let's
Some people love this, some people don't like it. I understand, but
My kids would really like this.
Yes,
It's very
it's
sweet.
Oh, my kids would love it too.
This is your typical Renaissance Festival mead.
I like this. Yeah, this is nice.
I mean,
It's clean.
it's tasty, that's for sure. It's
got
not what you would expect.
Yeah.
It's not.
This stuff is very
Now-
unique, I will say that.
I got a 0 nose on it. Do you smell anything, or is that the old COVID still hitting me? I mean, do you
I can smell some, yeah. But
some? Very light, right?
Very light.
very
But I
light
taste the
nose.
honey. I taste the honey in it, for sure.
Clean,
So it's,
yeah,
it's sweet.
So the way we do this one is we ferment it dry, and if you notice on our menu, we have a Highway 1, honey, water, yeast. 1 indicates the dryness, right?
honey, water,
okay.
yeast.
Highway 1 is completely dry. What the Highway 30 is a dry fermented mead, and then we back sweeten it with additional honey. So that's why the honey is more predominant, because we put honey back in it.
Honey, wine, yeast. Honey, wine,
Honey,
yeast.
water,
Highway.
honey,
Honey, water.
honey,
I hate, to
My
ask,
bad, yeah.
I hate to ask the question, but how is it on calories or
Oh,
sugar?
it's 0 calories.
Fantastic. I mean, that's great. You hear that? 0 calories? Look down to the firm.
it's gonna help
I
you.
haven't counted any. Have you?
It can also it makes scars go away. It can reduce aging. It's good for the hair, skin. It can also be used as a tonic.
Don't even start with
To answer your question,
It's a
I don't know the
tonic.
answer to that.
Well, it's not important because it tastes good, and they say everything that's good is not good for you anyway.
It's got sugar in it. Sugar meaning sugar's from the honey, so I'm sure it's got 1 or 2 calories at least.
Is there a fryer in your family line somewhere down there?
There's a fryer, a liar, a crier, a dryer.
That's outstanding.
Yeah. I think there's one of all.
I think I know where that seed comes from, you know. There's probably some of that.
Okay, let's move on to number 14. So,
No Friar Tuck?
Yeah.
I've been trying to get Friar Tuck in here the whole time.
there you go. You got it.
He said he'd be what did he say? He said if I wasn't the town friar, I'd go for the town drunkard. I make the wine on his honey meat.
14 on the menu. This is our triple berry.
Really
This
good
is-
smell.
This is exactly. This
Try
is
that.
one
Oh,
of
yeah,
the,
you
one
can
of the
smell that
few
one.
that
The
we
aroma's
started
great
with
on
when we
this.
started 18 or 19 months ago. So we opened in March of 2021, and this is one of the things that we started with. We led with. People love it. Now, what is it? Think about Highway 30, right? Highway 30 is honey, water, yeast, with additional honey put back into it, and then we put in whole fruit, blackberries, blueberries,
Yeah.
I like
and
this one a
raspberries.
lot, man.
Yeah, I haven't even tried it, but I can tell it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Let's go, Armando. Let's see what we
So
got.
Yeah.
this is dry, okay? Well, I said think about
Good.
Highway
I can
30.
taste the berries really well.
This is dry. It's a dry mead, and then we put the whole berries into it. Any sweetness you taste in this comes from the natural sugars of the fruit.
That's awesome, man. I like this one.
You know, I'm no scientist here, but I'll tell you, I think you made a berry honey wine.
Yeah.
You know, if you substitute the sugar, which is the cultivator for a wine, and you put the honey, it's the same, but just honey, right?
Yeah.
And you're using a berry rather than a grape. You're using what, blackberries and raspberries, you said?
Blackberries, blueberries, and raspberries.
Can I ask a
And
question?
blueberries are a superfood, so that would make this an actual wine almost, right?
So it would be akin to a country wine. A country wine is
Yeah,
a fruit wine that's
blueberry
not
wine.
fermented with grapes.
Right.
It's fermented with strawberries, mangoes, blackberries, blueberries, so on and so forth.
I'm getting
So-
that closer to wine appeal out of this because it's just more fruit based than the other
People
one.
love this because it's a balance between a wine and a mead.
Is this a seasonal
No,
drink that you make? So where do you get your berries? Or
For
are they?
us, well,
Sorry to get into your personal business.
no, that's fine. Number one,
From the garden.
number one, there are no raspberry growers in our area. All right.
I can taste the raspberry.
Yep, you finish with the raspberry.
That's what I was gonna say. I can feel like there's something at the
Yeah,
aftertaste is
yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
There are blueberries and there are blackberry growers in this area.
Lots of
However, we would decimate the crop.
I like
We
that.
use. So, where do I get my stuff? You should see us pushing that cart out of Costco.
You buy a ton of berries.
We do. What we do. We do hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds.
Well, I'll
per
tell you
bag.
what, this is the neatest concept, and I mean, this stuff is really good. This is my first time to try mead. I think everybody needs to come here.
This
and
is
try the mead.
unique.
It is
Yeah, that's
very
unique. This is more of what I anticipate when I drink mead. You know, and we go to the Renaissance Festival for the past 17 years as Go Lake Conroe, covering the media there, and they invite us to all the cool stuff like media days and things like that, where we get to sample things.
Yeah.
And man. I know you have a big hand in play this year at the Renaissance Festival.
We do.
And I can see why. I mean, if I'm sitting on there making that decision, I think one of these would have took me over the top.
Dude, that's awesome, man. I'm telling you now.
You like it
legitimately-
too, right?
Yeah, especially the first one where you talked about the honey. Yeah, you get the honey from this one. But that one, number 14, dude, solid.
Yeah, thank you.
That cheers.
What's the title for it? What do you call that?
That's triple berry.
Triple berry, okay,
We
okay.
like
Makes
to
sense.
put very exotic names on our mead, like triple berry, because there's
Wow.
3 berries in it, right?
Yeah, all right.
Let me tell you, it took my
those
wife
keywords.
minutes to think of that.
Marketing's important. You're on it. I mean,
Yeah,
keep
wait
it.
till we get to the name of the next one.
Oh, geez.
Okay.
Is that a good segue?
Yeah, there we go.
I didn't even want to stop you. Go for
Okay.
it. Yeah.
So the next one is not on the menu because it was a small batch series that we did, which came over so well, or went over so well, that we're now doing a ton more in the back.
Okay.
So the name of this one, you'll never guess what's in it. This one's called Mesquite.
Mesquite?
Yeah, oh, that's what's in it. You totally guessed it right there.
Dang, well, you've been doing this
This
a
guy's a
while.
quick learner right here.
I mean,
So
I've been told I'm good at what I do.
I don't pick up a lot
What
of
do you do?
He sells quality beds in Texas.
But it's a little
Slingshot.
catchphrase. I love his catchphrase, though.
What's your
You just
catchphrase?
invited me here to have some mead. I didn't know that we were
He thought he was getting, so he brought a deep freezer in the back of his truck. He thought it was a meat store. Yeah, I was like, no. And I was talking to Jen Harris, our musician that came on. She's extremely talented.
Wow. Fantastic. I was
And
really,
again, August 19th, you
I'm
can
hired
catch
for
her out
my
at the
party.
Breakwater Grill in Walden. And are you really? That's great.
I just talked to her about doing my party at my home, and she's open to doing it, and I think I'm going to have her. I mean,
Not August
That's
19th,
outstanding.
though.
Yeah, not August 19th.
Okay, good.
not August 19th, brother. You're first. Don't worry.
I would just, maybe she can kick in some strawberry wine in the background or something, really softly, without like making her do it. I don't know if she can hear us right now, but
I like your shirt, by the way.
I know.
that is a quality.
I told him I want one of those quad. You can't get this kind of quality at Walmart. I'll tell you that right now. Right now. You can't do that. Okay,
Okay,
so
back to business.
This is M.
This is a mesquite blossom traditional mead. All right.
Okay.
Again,
Complicated.
remember honey, water, yeast. That's it. The honey we used in this is a mesquite blossom honey.
Okay.
It's not a wildflower honey. It's not a local honey. But this is a completely dry fermented mead, dry like a Chardonnay.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it a lot. So you talk about mesquite. So
Yeah.
the
Mesquite
mesquite
is
comes
a
from
wood, right?
Yeah, so
From the blossoms of the mesquite trees.
So it's the
The
pollen.
bees go and collect the nectar,
Yeah.
take it back to their hives, put it in little pockets.
oh
Not
my
so much on
goodness,
this.
that's
Not
how
my favorite.
And make
that's how
honey out of it.
calculated it is.
Yeah.
That's
not
awesome.
Bad. So this is mesquite blossom. This is one of my favorite what we call a line of traditional mead. Traditional meaning it's only got honey, only got water, only got yeast, right?
Yeah, right.
That is a traditional mead.
Okay, kind of like the number 9 we had at the beginning.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep, exactly.
I'm drinking 9 all day before this one. I love mesquite, but I usually cook my.
Like on your barbecue?
Yeah.
Mark?
Yeah. Okay, so favorite for sure is the Chimmelberry so far, and I think that's a table consent. Beyond that, I think at some point I'm drinking it because it's what you serve, right? But I want this one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a difference,
Yep.
and I'll tell you that one's really good.
Yeah.
This one, I would be glad to have this on a regular basis so far. This one not so crazy. It doesn't meet my palate the way I
That's fine.
But-
I mean,
but I
there's
think
some
if I
people's
had done
palates
this-
is not quite as advanced as the rest of us.
I think if I might
He
have
likes
done
the red one because of his shirts.
But if I would have done this and moved this guy here and this guy here, I think it might have that berry had kick. I mean, not alcohol based, but
You know
fruit,
what? You
sweet.
bring up a good point. Very good point. And I don't think that I arrange these appropriately because typically what we do when we do a tasting, right? Whether it's a guided tasting or we just lay them out on the sheets. Apologize for not doing it correctly on this one. But we go from dry to sweet or to tart, right?
Yeah.
Because if you taste something that's tart or super sweet, it's going to affect your palate on the
For the next one.
Exactly.
Let me just clear the palate. I'm gonna
Better cleanse the palate with.
a little rinse.
Yeah.
Let's get a little rinse. Clear our palate.
Just.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers.
Does it count for clearing it with
Cheers.
more of your meat?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's
That makes
whatever.
sense.
Okay,
I will
so
say what I've noticed right off the bat is there's something for everybody here.
There is.
Is that not
There
right?
is. And-
I mean, it's not, you know, you could come in here whether you're a wine drinker or a beer drinker or a whiskey drinker, and there's a flavor for somebody here for everybody.
I mean, even lawyers could come in here.
They can let lawyers in.
Even lawyers. Defendants could come in as well. Thank you guys very much.
Congratulations on a case well done.
So here, prime example of the firm. These lawyers thought they were coming to a firm, but no, they came to the firm.
They treated it like a firm,
That's
nevertheless.
right.
Yeah, he's got an application folder.
Okay, so we've just tasted 3 of our 12 offerings of our still mead. When I say still mead, it's full 12%.
Okay.
All right,
my goodness.
still not carbonated, and it's in a bottle just like your typical wine, right?
Right.
So now we're going to move on to our carbonated selection. Our carbonated meads are on the tap wall. They're 6% carbonated, and they pour like a beer, right? But they're not beer because there's no barley, there's no wheat, there's no grains. There might be some hops, but there's nothing else that would make it indicative of a beer. It is a fermented honey beverage is what it is.
And it's like you said as well, so there's something for everybody, but also probably what mood you're coming in. Man, you know what, I'm going to have a good beer after work or whatnot. I want a good glass of wine with my wife or whatnot, to have a date night out here.
Yeah.
Because it's such a cool setup as well. I mean, this is bloody awesome, literally for anybody and any,
Well,
what at the
and
moment.
good luck telling her you want to take her to the pub again. You know what I mean? It's not always the best plan, you know. Variety can bring on a welcome,
Yep.
you know, even with your guests, your family, the friend.
Yep.
So I think that's a nice advantage that you get to play, to bring more to the table, the city of Conroe, the people in it. So we don't have to do the same thing every day. I don't know how many, you can't take your wife to the corner pub for her anniversary all the time, you know. Maybe a couple of years, you know, our 50th, you know, 20th, you know, whatever, but that's probably why I'm
Life
single,
is about-
right? You know,
Life is about options.
stay single.
Exactly, it is. Options. So that's what we wanted to create here. Whenever we demolish this whole space here, we wanted to recreate something that's warm and welcoming. And the first thing that my wife says goes, I don't want any whites in the room. No whites. I'm like,
No whites?
Wait, you don't want any white people? She, no. That was a joke. No whites because she wanted muted tones. She wanted soft. She wanted, you know, old Edison style lights that had a warm glow.
Love it. Yeah.
You know, you got an urban vibe here. Is what it's really cool. That's what I really have always liked about Conroe in itself is that you have the old town vibe, but you have the modern feel. You know,
It's bringing it back to life, and that's what's weird about
It's
it.
an urban. It's an urban feel that I like what they have done with downtown Conroe.
I love it. I love it.
And you've been trying to get me down here multiple times. Like, yo, let's go to downtown Conroe. I was like, okay, what's so special? But man, when he took me to 202, all these other spots, it's like, oh my goodness.
There's some cool places down here.
There's so many good places. Yes, there's so many good places.
And I'm up from the Woodland side.
And all that's
downtown
kind of
this-
new. I mean, other than the corner pub that's
this
been
is
here
a
forever.
bloody good spot.
You know, Pacific.
They are
turned a
the
few years
corner
back.
of our scene.
And you were looking. Somebody was commenting on the older photo you have back there. It was of the city of Conroe, and it shows the corner pub in the shot. I was like,
I was going to make a joke, but Rodney made it.
So this is the fermented
We're
one.
going to
here,
jump to number one. We're going to
wait,
go
wait,
to number one.
Oh, wait, skip, switch.
Skip. Just skip one because we need to go in order, right?
Yeah.
All right. So number one is called hop switch, right? So hop for the hops, switch because Conroe used to have a train switch station downtown, right?
Wow.
So
Nice
something
twist.
with a little with the Conroe history involved there.
Flavor to it, yeah.
So hop switch is a dry it's highway, honey, water, yeast, fermented dry to 6%.
So it's a very simple.
It's very simple. Then
I'm
we
excited.
put a citra hop in it, which made it an IPA
Oh, I
style.
can smell the citrus. I can smell the
6%,
lemongrass.
yeah.
That's funny because when I smelled it, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this, but when I got into it, it's
It has the
Solid,
almost
dude.
the taste of a beer,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
way more flavor.
yeah.
I mean,
Well, from yeah. This right here, Kathy created Hop Switch to be our bridge between the die-hard craft beer drinkers that don't drink wine, that don't drink whiskey.
Yeah.
Well, we needed something for them here, you know,
found it.
something for everybody.
you did it,
That's
brother.
awesome, dude.
And that's Hop Switch.
You did it.
Yeah.
So while we're tasting this one, I wanted to. I know there's a lot of new involvement with the Texas Renaissance Festival. Of course, they sell a whole lot of mead down there, and you can take all the events this city puts on, other than the Montgomery County Fair and Rodeo, and put them all in one big pile. And I'll tell you, it's almost the traffic that festival brings. And to put it into perspective, we're touching somewhere around 20 to 30,000 plus a weekend. We're doing about 750,000 people through those
Right,
gates
yep.
annually. I mean, in comparison to the other events in the area, it is by far none standalone weekends divided by the weekends of the show, and you still top most of the things that happen in this county.
You do.
So it is a great place to be and a great
it is.
centerpiece to help the meadery. And you've just started some new stuff working with the Renaissance Festival, right?
We did. Now, the Ferm Meadery is not individually involved with the Ren Fest. However, the Ferm Meadery is partnering or has partnered with Griffin Mead or Pumpkin Vineyards from Cold Spring. That's Bruce and Bridget Leslie, as well as Dave Fugeron of Southern Star Brewery and Skull and Potion Mead. So all three of us banded together. We created a new company called BDM Beverages, also known as Ren Mead, is our DBA.
Ren Mead.
Ren Mead.
So you can write your check out to Ren Mead.
Exactly.
Okay, great.
And we are the official meadery or the official mead of the Texas Renaissance Festival.
Well, that's fantastic news. And let me ask you, did I just understand you to say there's 3 mead people
So-
that produce mead in the area, or?
There's actually more than that. So let's go on a brief detour with
educate us.
history,
I mean,
right?
I'm all in now.
How many wineries are there in the nation?
Thousands.
More than you can count, right?
Sure.
Microbreweries, same
How
thing.
many meaderies? Let's look at 2020 numbers, right? Because I haven't kept track since then. How many meaderies are there? Now, what is a meadery? A meadery is a winery, right? But a meadery is also someone that does 99% honey fermented based products.
I just found one, and that was
So
today.
now
so.
there are wineries
barely
that
found that.
there are wineries that dabble in mead. They're still wineries, right?
Right.
But then the meaderies are those like us that 99% of the products they produce is all honey based. So how many wineries are there in the country? Thousands upon thousands.
Right.
How many meaderies were there in the country around 2020?
No.
Under 600.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm surprised there's that many.
It's a dying art.
In the country. Now let's scale that down. Texas.
Okay.
2020 numbers, because we started in 2021. We were doing a lot of our due diligence and information gathering in 2020. In Texas in 2020, how many wineries were there?
in 2020 in Texas?
2020, yeah.
There's got to be thousands.
Yeah, exactly.
I know for a fact.
There's probably 600.
Tell us.
There's probably 600 if
In Montgomery County.
you take 290 and go through Fredericksburg, through
Yeah.
High, through all. I mean,
At
there's
least.
tons, right?
Yeah.
Meaderies in Texas. In 2020, there would have been 14.
Oh, damn.
Hey, congratulations.
And it's close to-
Look, we just found a fantastic product. We're very happy with it. I'm glad I found this place. I'm definitely coming back.
Well, I'm
So
glad you did.
I know what we're going to do is we're going to pass out some tickets and give some to you to the Texas Renaissance Festival. And I know you got tons
You
of
want
those.
us to give them away or keep them?
Give them away, keep them, whatever you'd like to do. I really, we came to, it's like taking sand to the beach. You know what I mean? I know that you're well endorsed with the Renaissance Festival. And so is Go Lake Conroe, our media company. We really, we wanted to share that. So if somebody comes in and even mentions the show, give them some tickets. Come in here.
Absolutely, I will.
Buy a drink at full price. But get a free Renaissance Festival ticket while
Absolutely,
supplies last. We have some of those to give away. We're going to give them to give out to folks when they come and patron. We've got a few minutes left. Let's take this last
All
one.
right,
We'll
let's
wrap
finish
up
this
our
off.
tasting.
So, what did you? Oh, number 5 is okay. Number 5, I'm finishing with this one because it is our #1 seller of draft meats.
Oh, outstanding.
All right, this is our Pine Hopple, not Pinnacle.
Pinnacle.
This is the good one, dude.
So the Pine
Save the best
Hopple
for last. Huh?
is a hopped pineapple mead.
Oh, yes.
Hop,
Don't
cheers.
fool around. Put this one down, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers, cheers.
Oh, wow. I almost wanted to shoot it. It's so
Yeah,
good,
I feel like
but
that.
But I'm
I
going to
shot
sip
it.
on it so I can savor it.
Yeah, if I had that on the glass holder.
Come on. We really share that. We give the real, and it seems so, what you got in the bag, man? What's going on? Don't you got some good stuff?
that-
over there?
there's always
Come on,
some-
man.
there's always
It's
something in the
look
bag,
at this
dude.
guy there.
Look at this cat here. Let me
We'll get that right after this break.
He's holding out.
let me I was surprised that I didn't hate any of them. I mean, when you do a tasting like this, you're doing a broad tasting. You're not expecting everyone to be your favorite.
Yeah.
But I got to say, those were all good.
You drank everything.
Well, of course I did. I don't like to
Well,
waste
listen, hey,
anything. Look at it.
to be fair, when we first opened, we gave thousands of people tours in our fermentation area when we were pouring out of the tanks before we had anything bottled, and even up to this day, we give tours. There will still be someone that comes in that just doesn't like mead, and that's okay.
Yeah.
That's
It's not for
fine.
everybody.
Yeah.
I liked it more as the days gone by. I'll tell
The
you
more
that
you
right
drink, the more you
now.
like. I'll tell you that.
And if we were all
And
in
the more
dark,
you sleep,
I'd
by the
have
way.
liked it from the get-go.
That's why I drink a lot when I'm actually making the mead because it tastes better.
Because you're wearing an outfit when you do it. What do you?
I'm wearing a kilt.
I always wear an outfit when I brew.
I do. Yeah.
All right, well, I guess we're going to wrap that up. We'll be right back with the Texas Ticket.
Texas ticket.
Every Friday, tune into Texas Ticket on Conroe's 104.5 and 106.1 FM with Armando Nino of Go Lake Conroe, focusing on Montgomery County area events and places. Get a feel of the Texas spirit at the event, paired with guest and vendor interviews, event coverage, and ticket giveaways, and so much more. Join us Fridays and punch your Texas Ticket. For more information on the show, visit irlonestar.com/Texas Ticket.
I thank everybody for watching the Texas Ticket today. Share, like, subscribe. You can find us at facebook.com/TXTicket.
However, we're not done yet.
We're wrapping up here, boss.
Can't wrap it up yet. So, first of all, thank you guys so much for being here.
Thank you,
Hoppy,
sir.
if I'm ever at a bar, need a bar fight guy, and you're my guy.
Yeah,
all right?
if I need a
You're
good
my
gloss
dude.
up,
Cheers right
line
there.
hair.
Yeah.
There you go.
Armando,
Cheers.
I'll figure it out and I'll let you know.
I'll wait for the call, but he broke out the stash at the wine.
Here's what we did. I brought something special from the back to close out the show, or before you close out the show. We are a hyper-local group, right? So Copperhead Brewery, another Conroe establishment, they are a brewery just right down the street from us. We did a collab with them. This is actually our second collab with them.
Oh, wow.
This is their chocolate and mint stout aged in a Booker's whiskey barrel.
Oh, Booker's.
So you taste a lot of that in here. You get some of the Booker's whiskey. You get definitely chocolate. You get definitely mint in one of our dry meads. So this is not done,
Oh, I can smell that in chocolate.
but it's in tanks in the back, and I wanted you guys to taste it on the way out.
I appreciate you. Guys, hey, thank you for following the Texas Ticket. You can find us again at Facebook facebook.com/TXTicket or on Lone Star Radio. Catch us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, any one of those channels. And you can follow the Ferm at thefermmeadery.com.
www.thefermmeadery.com, 225 Simonton, downtown Conroe.
And catch up on that August 19th event with Jen Harris over at the Breakwater Yacht Club. You can the Breakwater Grill by the Walden Lakeview Dining. You're right there. and you can catch all these and more, right? The links are down below. Catch them here on his site. We're going to enjoy this drink.
Dude,
and
this
say
is
goodbye
awesome,
to you,
man.
our guests, and thank you for following.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers,
Please
cheers.
share.